That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Here's Monroe. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
No good from Gay.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Monroe bounces high off the rim and drops.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Here's Jordan. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
The Bulls leading by 3. Stockton outside. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's George. And he slams it one-handed.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Irving passes to Smith. Back to Irving. The putback, and it's Robinson with the jam. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Jordan dishes to Carter Williams. And George kicks to Carter Williams. Outside Jordan. The shot by George, wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 25 points here for George. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Irving drives in. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Carter Williams, the pass to George. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Robinson dishes to DeBusschere. And it's blocked by Jordan.
That's some more rugged play from them inside.
It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal. Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Byron Scott, he's checked in for Smith. Feeds it to Stockton. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Baseline jumper. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Robinson's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. The offensive rebound. Here's Monroe. And finally they hit one. Monroe's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 2. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Robinson kicks to Stockton. Back to Robinson. Shoots from 12. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 3rd rebound tonight. George passes to Carter Williams. And a wide open look for Jordan. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Irving dishes to Stockton. Outside Robinson. Takes it from 10. Buries it. A huge shot to tie it up.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Carter Williams kicks to Jordan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Screen by Monroe. George against DeBusschere. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
That's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
So it's Chicago now. Stockton outside. Irving drives in. And Jordan with the block. Now, here's George. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Oh! And he wins it at the buzzer.
Wow, what a finish. What a remarkable way to close it out. Game time.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, here with Paul George, who had an outstanding performance. And Paul, this has got to be a great feeling to have a game come together the way you played tonight.
Man, this got to be one of the best games I've played. It just seems like I couldn't miss. And my teammates found me. They made it easy for me. And, shots finally fell for me.
Well done, Paul. We appreciate the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. It was one of those performances capped off with a game-winning shot that we'll be seeing on the highlights for quite a while.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it, I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.